Welcome to Fargo Post 2 live stream. Thanks for joining us tonight. Second game of the night. Wahpeton against the Fargo Post 2 Jets. Lincoln Dybert, the pitcher for the Jets. Thank you for all of you tuning in tonight. Tell your family and friends that we're out here. If you're near Jack Williams Stadium, beautiful night. Just a little bit of breeze. A little bit of smoke from the fires from Canada. A lot going on here in Fargo tonight. The horse races out at the horse park, Red River Valley Fair. I'm sorry, not Red River Valley. Yeah, Red River Valley Fair out in the fairgrounds out in Bonanzaville, excuse me. And then we have the street fair. And then we have the Red Hawks tonight. So lots going on. But people are having a lot of fun here at Jack Williams. The first game didn't go as planned for the Jets. They lost the first one. Here is game number 2. So for the Jets, they have the game tonight. And then they have 2 games on Sunday against the Bombers. And then next week is the East Tournament in Castleton. And then State will be the week after for the 4 teams that advance out of the East and 4 from the West. So thanks for joining us. Tell all your family and friends we're out here. So Wahpeton, Caden Kappas will be the batter. Playing shortstop for Wahpeton. Lincoln Dybert, pitcher. First pitch strike. One ball, one strike. It's a shot foul ball. So for the infield, Andy Hansen at third. Anthony Erickson at short. Ozzie Egan second. Ethan Eibach at first. Outfield, Alex Such at left, Michael Grensteiner center. Caden Johnson is in right field. Ben Morse behind the plate. Lincoln Dybert is the pitcher. Caden Kappas up for Wahpeton, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's a shot, base hit. In between the third baseman and shortstop. That'll bring up Ulich. I believe he was 3 for 4 in the last game. Kappas has a lot of speed at first. Guessing he'll be doing his best to steal the bag. Getting way off. Steal attempt. Safe. So Ulich, I think his MO is hitting it right in between the first baseman and the second baseman. We'll see if he does that again here. I think that's where 3 of his hits were last game. Not looking for too much power, just trying to get a base hit, and that works just fine. A Rise from the Marlins is doing just that, batting almost around 400. Pitch outside. Two balls, no strikes. Lincoln Dybert little bit high. So Lincoln hasn't pitched a whole lot this year. I think this is his 4th time pitching. Last time he pitched in relief, did a nice job, so the coach is giving him a chance to start here today. 3 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. So Wahpeton at the top of the league in the East. It's a shot out to left. Alex Such hasn't measured, pulls it in. Nice job. Good scouting report there. Didn't go too deep. So Ulich hit it opposite field. So that's 1 out. Brings up Fleeflick. Got 3 RBIs or more in the first game. I know he got a double and brought in 3 in the first game. Outside. Fleeflick the batter. There's a shot out to center. Grensteiner's on his horse. He's way back. Pulls it in. Kappas will run on to third. Decent throw. So Fleeflick on a deep, deep shot to center field. Grensteiner had it measured, threw it in. Kappas a lot of speed, makes his way over to third. Just as Fleeflick was swinging there was some huge piercing sound out there from some fan. I think it scared 500 of the 1,000 people watching out there at Jack Williams tonight. A little outside. So if you're near Jack Williams, come over and join us. Concession stand is hopping. A lot of fans out tonight. Shot out to right side. Looks like it's foul ball territory. Too far for Eibach and Johnson. The first game, Eibach made a nice over-the-shoulder catch. So King is the batter for Wahpeton. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Kappas at third base. Dibert the pitcher. Morse behind the plate. Pitcher and batter. Gonna think about this a little bit. For Morse relaying in the signs to Dibert. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little low. Kappa's pretending he's gonna sneak in there. I don't think so. So 2 outs. There's a strike. Ball got away from Morse a little bit there, not too far. Kappa's pretending he's going to run. I don't think anyone believes him, but good to jump around out there, have some fun. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a shot. Way out to center field. Grensteiner going way back, way back, way back. Oh, and he pulls it in. He went running, and then he slowed down, and then started running again. Had a hard time to, for us way back here, hard time to gauge where that ball was, but he had it measured, had it all figured out. So for Wahpeton, they got 1 hit, no runs, no Jets errors. So coming into the bottom of 1, 0-0. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds. Back with you. Fargo Post 2 live stream. Thanks all of you for joining us tonight. Tell your family and friends we're out here. So Michael Grensteiner, number 4, the center fielder, just made a couple of catches. Now gets a chance to bat here for the Jets. See if he can get him rolling. Foul ball, right side. Pitcher has a little bit of a sidearm, kind of a Kent Colby kind of throw, if any of you remember Kent Colby in Pittsburgh. Let's get our second look at his pitch here. Oh no, that wasn't a Kent Colby, but little different movement. Schroeder is the pitcher for Wahpeton. Michael Grensteiner, 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a shot right at the right fielder. Got him. Scouted him well there. Played kind of shallow. That was King. So King gets him out. It was a good, some good metal off the bat there, but right at him. Wahpeton, at least in right field, playing pretty shallow. King's playing shallow. Ulich is at center, playing back a little bit further, and Hockert is at left. And Thim John is at third. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Kappas at short. Right now we're at second. Hoffman at first. Behind the plate, Fleeflick, and then Schroeder is the pitcher. Anthony Erickson, the batter, shortstop for the Jets. A little low. So King played that last one perfectly. Pretty shallow. See if one of the Jets players can put it over his head here at some point tonight. Wow. A little off the other side of Anthony Erickson. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Little inside. So far it was outside of the other side of the batter. There's a nice pitch. Looks like it's in foul ball territory. Wahpeton runners running hard for it. So Hockert and Kappas were running hard, trying to get that one. Anthony Erickson, new life. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. So those people that have died and came back, they say the second life is always better. We'll see if it is for Anthony Erickson here. Surviving the out there. See if he can get a big hit. Fouled it off. Anthony usually takes quite a few pitches. Schroeder, the pitcher, ready to go. Erickson fouls it off the right side, getting some good swings in. Hit a few over to the left side and then hit that last one to the right side, foul ball. So spraying it all over, hoping now to get a base hit. Full count, 1 out. There's a fly ball. Looks like Kappas is going to call it. He gets it. So Kappas gets out number 2. F6 in the books. So that brings up number 21, the designated hitter, Jake Kennedy. Jake with 1 big hit in the game, the last game. Not too many bright spots for the Jets in the last game, but he was one of them, getting a big hit. There's a strike. So after Erickson fouled off a few and a full count, Schroeder comes back with a strike. That's a ball. Ball 1. Ball 1, strike 1, 2 outs. No one on for the Jets. Foul ball. Out of play. Fans in the 3rd row jumping out of the way. Some kids wrestling for the ball. Ball, 2 strikes. Kennedy shot up towards the pitcher, over his head. Kappas comes across, got him. Good range for the shortstop. So 3 up, 3 down for the Jets. So after 1, no score. Wahpeton will be up at the top of 2, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. Back with you, Fargo Post 2 live stream. Thanks for joining us. Lincoln Dybert. First pitch ball. Josiah Hoffman, the batter for Wahpeton. A little outside. Good grab by Ben Morris. So the Jets coaches hoping Lincoln Dybert can get in a good groove here and shut down one of the best teams in the league, and might give them another chance here down the way. A little outside. 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. A little high. So Hoffman will run on down to first base. So 4 balls to Hoffman. That'll bring up Caden Hockert. Was the winning pitcher of game 1. Now plays left field. Throw over. Dybert to Ibach. Safe. Wasn't too close. Just let him know that he sees him over there. Doesn't want him to get off too far. A little high, a little outside. So Wahpeton's best inning last game was number 2, hoping that doesn't happen again here for the Jets. There's a strike, outside corner. So 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. Throws it back over. Hoffman wasn't off too far that time. See if the coach will have him take another step off. There's a nice pitch. Outside corner. Lincoln Dybert, nice pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Hoffman getting off second a little bit. Fouled it off. This Wahpeton team is hard to strike out. You hope they hit it at one-year players. Your players will make a good play. Don't want them walking. That was the problem last game. Few walks, few errors. Recipe for problems. Nice pitch, Lincoln Dybert. His first strikeout of the game. Hoggart slams his bat down, not happy. Some high heat. It was a nice pitch by Dybert. Brings up Riley Timgen. Another thrower. Trying to keep Hoffman close to first base. Oh, threw on the other side of him. Good grab by Ben Morris. Threw it on the other side of the batter and he was able to grab it. Saved a base, so Hoffman didn't advance. So Lincoln Dybert trying to find the zone here. Outside. So that's 3 balls. Tim John the batter. Guessing red light from the coach. I didn't see any signs. I think standing there means red light, don't swing, and it was a walk. So Hoffman on to second, Tim John on to first. Coach Ibach is going to run out and have a conversation with Lincoln. With 1 out, making sure that nothing gets out of control here. Because this was a similar situation to last game where Wahpeton piled on. I believe it was 9 runs in the second inning. It was something like that. 7. Lots of runs. So just a quick word from Coach Ibach. Throwing strikes, making sure that they know what the calls are for the pitches. With Hoffman on second base there, you can see the fingers coming in, the calls coming in from Ben Morse, the catcher, making sure that Morse and Dybert are on the same page if they're switching up their pitching signs. A little inside. There's a shot out towards foul ball. Ibach is in the neighborhood, couldn't quite get there. Johnson made a run for it too. In between both of them. So Schroeder's the batter. It's also the pitcher for Wahpeton this game. So fouled that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 men on. One of them in scoring position, Hoffman. There's a shot to right field. Bounces in front of Johnson. So the relay into home. No one scores. Shorter does his job, gets a base hit, moves the runners over. Hoffman at third, Tim John at second. Schroeder now at first. That was one of those in-betweeners for Johnson there. Do I take a shot at it and see if I can catch it, make a great catch, or do I let it bounce? It was a good piece of hitting there by Schroeder. Brings up Rittenauer, second baseman. So Rittenauer trying to put the hurt on the Jets here. Corners in for the Jets with 1 out. Lincoln Dybert outside a little bit. So part of it for a pitcher that doesn't have a ton of experience here is keeping that keeping that form. There he goes. It was straight, but it bounced in front of the catcher. So I'll bring in Hoffman for the first run of the game. Tim John will run over to third, Schroeder to second. So Rittenauer the batter. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. There's some movement in the Jets bullpen. There's a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. A little outside. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Inside, walked him. So the base is loaded for Wahpeton. So the shortstop, number 5, Caden Kappas, is up. He's the leadoff batter for Wahpeton. 1 out. Jets trying to prevent that big second inning that happened last game. Kappas 1 for 1. Outside. So Lincoln Dibert against Kappas. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. You don't see many of the Wahpeton batters swinging on first strike, or first pitch I should say. Most of them are going to wait 2, 3, 4 strikes. A lot of them are very patient, not too aggressive to come up and just swing. A little low. Waiting for their pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Low. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Trying to find a way to get an out or get 2 outs here. Walked him. So a little outside. That'll score a Wahpeton run. Tim John is in, and Schroeder will make his way to third. Rittenauer second. Kappas marches down to first. That'll be it for Lincoln Dibert, I believe. Second visit by the coach. There's somebody in the bullpen. I can't see who it is, but somebody warming up over there. So that'll be it for Lincoln Dibert. So we'll be back to Eric Beaver. He pitched some last game. He was a third pitcher in for the Jets last game, so he'll get to come in again here in the second inning. So the book for Dibert, pitched 1 1/3 inning. 43 pitches, 17 for strikes, faced 10 batters, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 4 walks. So Eric Beaver will come back in, was in the first game. The Jets trying to figure out what that rotation will be next week for the East tournament and who will be their relievers. Guessing Eric Beaver will be part of that reliever group. He's come in and relief a handful of times. If you're near Jack Williams, come out, hang out with us. There's some dancing. There's 5 or 6 people dancing in front of us here to the good music being played at Jack Williams. It is a nice night. There's not much wind. Not too hot. Jets trying to prevent that big second inning that happened last game. Wahpeton has 2 in already. give him one more warm-up pitch. We should be ready to roll. All the runners are back on their bases. Schroeder at third, Rittenauer second, Kappas at first. Ulick is the batter. Flew out to left field last time up. I believe he was 3 for 4 in the last game. His MO is usually hitting in between the second baseman and first baseman. Guessing after flying out the last time to opposite field, that's where he's going to be looking here this time. 2 men in scoring position for Wahpeton. First pitch out to Erickson. Got the guy at second, throwing over to first, won't get him. Ulich does his job, scores Schroeder. Rittenauer runs over to third. Kappas was out at second. Ulich is on at first. So he gets his RBI. So that brings up the catcher, Fleeflick. He draws something in the back. Yeah, we think it's a smiley face that he draws. Eric Bieber deals. As a steal attempt, they're going to throw it down. Not in time. Rittenauer doesn't advance. 1 strike. So it was a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. So Rittenauer's at third and Ulich is now at second. Fleeflick got a double, 3 RBIs in the second last game, which was huge for Wahpeton's crushing early lead. That was a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a shot up the middle towards Anthony Erickson, base hit. Scores 1, maybe 2. Yeah, it'll score 2. Grenstener's going to throw it in. It'll make it close. Ulich had a lot of speed there. Lesser speed, they would have had a good chance. It was on the mark. Ben Morse was ready, but he was Ulich was flying through there. No way of getting him. So Fleeflick gets 2 more RBIs. Good night for him. That brings up King. 0 for 1 for Wahpeton. Blado is the runner for Fleeflick at second base. Strike. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs for King. Jets trying to stop the pain here that Wahpeton's putting on him. Fouled it off. Bieber took something off of that pitch. Didn't throw it at his normal velocity. Trying to change it up just a little bit for King. No balls, 2 strikes. It's a shot over to Andy Hansen at third base, across the field. Got him. It was close. Good running by King. 5-3 put out Hansen to Eibach. So Wahpeton does the damage at the top of 2. He had 5 runs. 3 hits, no Jets errors. The Jets will be batting for you at the bottom of 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds. back with you. Fargo Post 2 live stream. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Ozzie Egan is the batter.
He knows you're up here. I said I was chatting with you. We were talking about your son, and his awesomeness. He thinks it's cool.
Ozzie Egan. 2 balls, 1 strike. Schroeder's the pitcher. Good cut by Ozzie. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ozzie usually makes a lot of contact here. Likes 2 strikes. Ball. Outside, walked him. The Jets got their base runner. Any way they can get on right now, try to cut into that lead. So third baseman Andy Hansen up to bat. Made a nice play, defensive play. The top of 2, trying to get a big hit now. A little low.
Heidi? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Heidi and I are actually from Prairie, but I graduated Devils Lake.
Ozzie Egan will run down on a wild pitch.
Me? 1995. I had to think about that for a hot second.
Strike.
Oh, sure. He was older than me. Yep.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Andy Hansen, Ozzie Egan. Second base, that wild pitch. Hansen fouls it off. Anything close, swing, hit, foul it off. Whatever you have to do, don't let the umpire decide. It's a shot over to the first foul ball. Foul ball.
No outs.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Andy Hansen inside. Schroeder the pitcher. 27 pitches so far for Wahpeton. That's a full count. First base is open. Ozzie Egan at second base. It's a shot Andy Hansen. It's going to be down. Nice hitting. Ozzie's going to be at third. They're going to send him. He's going to be safe. Nice hit. Andy Hansen. Nice hit. Nice shot. Out in between the center fielder, Ulich, and King, the right fielder. Ozzie Egan on his horse from second base comes in to score. So Andy Hansen gets the Jets on the board, 5-1. Brings up Lincoln Dybert. Lincoln Dybert follows the first one off. ball, one strike.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Hanson on first base, 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Dibert trying to get on, just like his dad, Josh Dibert, the alumni from Post 2 in the early 90s. One of the stars back in the Post 2 days. Lots of success in this organization. It's the tradition up here at Post 2. Flea Flick going out to talk to Schroeder. A lot of experience, that catcher. Calming his pitcher down a little bit, letting him know it's going to be okay. Talking about pitch selection. Two balls, one strike. Outside. So 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Andy Hansen at first. Dibert the batter. Good at bat for Dibert. Trying to find a way on. That's a strike. Nice pitch from Schroeder coming back. A little bit of the inside part of the plate there. Fouled it off. Right back in the net. Wahpeton has a decent crowd here. Well, that's a wild pitch. So Hansen will run down to second. He was going there anyway. He won't advance to third. So Dibert gets the walk. Hansen on second, Dibert on first.
Brings up the catch, number 16, Ben Morse.
Brings up the catcher, number 16, Ben Morse. Coaches from Wahpeton want to talk about it a little bit. Make sure everyone is on the same page. Fargo Post 2 live stream, thanks for being with us. Nice visit, nice long visit by Wahpeton there, getting everything all figured out. There's no outs, 2 men on for the Jets. Ben Morse fakes bunt, pulls it back, gets the strike. So Hansen on second, Dibert on first. Ben Morse hoping to find a way to move these guys or get them in. Gonna bunt attempt, pulls it back, ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. He pulled the bunt back both times, and first time is a strike, second time a ball outside. Coach Boutain, lots of signs into his team right now. Nice bunt. He's gonna throw it over to third. Safe. Called him out. We'll see if Coach Boutain will ask if the other umpire got a better look at it. He's not, so he must have been comfortable with the out call. We were from where we saw it, we thought that he had gotten around Thim John over there. We thought Hansen had gotten around him, but he is out, so that'll be the first out. So first pitch to Ibach is a strike. So that puts Dibert on second. Rourke is going to be the runner for Morse. He's in at first. And Ibach is the batter. Ibach's the first baseman for the Jets. Good cut, fouled it off. Right side. Lots of fans jumping out of the way of that one. Maybe 50 or 60 of them over there. Some little girl gets the ball. Everyone's cheering for her. So Ibach the batter. Schroeder the pitcher. Struck him out. Outside corner. Good pitch. It was one of those in-between pitches, and the pitcher thought it was a strike. The batter thought maybe not, and the umpire gets the final decision. So that's 2 outs for the Jets. So that brings up Alex Such. Outside. Alex Such trying to find a way keep this inning going, trying to bring in Dybert if at all possible, if he can find a gap. With 2 outs, runners will be running as soon as there's contact. Inside, 2 balls. As soon as there's contact, the runners will be flying around. Strike. Nice inside pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outside pitch, strike. Outside, just off the plate a little bit. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside. Schroeder trying to go back to the outside pitch. That was a little too far off the plate. Wasn't going to get Such to go on that one. So that makes it a full count. 2 runners on. Alex Such the batter. Outside, walked him. So both runners were moving. Alex Such gets the walk. Sets Dybert on third. Rorik on second. And Such at first. That brings up the leadoff batter. Michael Grensteiner flew out to right field the first time up. Hit it out there pretty far. King pulled it in. So see if Grensteiner can get in the runner 90 feet away. Not too often you'll see a wild pitch or pass ball from Wahpeton. Fundamentally sound team. First pitch in was a ball. A little outside. A little outside. Grensteiner holding up his aggressiveness. He's usually a big time contact batter. There's a strike. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Trying to be a little less aggressive here with the bases loaded and the pitcher having walked a guy before him. So a little low. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Schroeder is going to have to come with a strike here. It's going to cost a run. He's got Dybert on third, Rorik second, Such at first, Grensteiner the batter. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Strike. So Grensteiner made him throw a strike, and he did. So I'll make it a full count. Anything close now for the batter. He's got to go. Big pitch here for Schroeder. Walked him. Outside pitch. Dybert will come in and score. So Grensteiner got the walk. It was a little bit outside. It was a close pitch.
Ends up number 3, Anthony Erickson.
So I'll bring up the shortstop, number 3, Anthony Erickson. So Rorik stands on third. Such is on second. Michael Grensteiner at first. Anthony Erickson. So Hockert playing back pretty far and left. A little different than the last game where the left fielder was playing in.
I think so.
So first pitch is a ball, second pitch strike. There's a shot to left, foul ball. So the guy warming up in the bullpen makes a nice nifty catch out there. So the 2 guys warming up in the bullpen for Wahpeton. One of them just made a nice catch, catching the ball from Anthony Erickson. So that's 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Anthony high pitch. It's foul ball territory. That's out. Tim John makes the foul ball out there. So that'll do it for the Jets. They did get in 2 runs. So the Jets get in 2 runs to try to counter the 5 runs that the at Wahpeton got at the top of 2. So going into the top of 3, Wahpeton 5, the Jets 2. We'll be back with you in 45 seconds. Back with you, Fargo Post 2 live stream. We show up just in time for a home run. So Hoffman comes up. Big home run.
So this is an apartment, so if there's apartment.
Fargo Post 2 live stream. Back with you here. So big home run for Wahpeton to start out the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hockert. So Eric Beaver, the pitcher. For the Jets. Hockert, the batter, 0 for 1. There's a shot at Anthony Erickson. Good play, throws it across, got him. Nice job, Anthony Erickson. Hard shot right at him. 1 bounce, good fielding, throws it across. Ibach gets it. Nice 6-3 play in the books. Much needed out there for the Jets, trying to keep it as close as possible. Keep it close and try to find a way to win in the end. So Thim John is up. 3rd baseman for Wahpeton. A little outside. was a foul ball. Outside part of the plate. Tried to hit that into right field. Instead, it was a foul ball. Good swing on the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So pop fly, Anthony Erickson calling everybody off. Got it. F6 in the books. Anthony Erickson making both outs for the Jets here after that big home run from Hoffman. So there's 2 outs now for Wahpeton. Brings up Schroeder, the pitcher, trying to help himself out, trying to find a way on base. It's got some good wheels. It's a fast kid if you can get it on the ground somewhere or out in the grass. It's got some speed. There's a shot to left field. It's going to go foul. Out of play. A nice cut. Right on the other side of Jack, where a lot of times you'll see deer out there this time of night. There's a shot right over the third baseman's head. Right over Andy Hansen's head. Nothing he can do about that. Such throws it in to Erickson.
Second baseman, number 8, Jack Rittenauer.
So second baseman Jack Rittenauer is up next. See what they'll do with Schroeder on first. He's getting way off of first base. 2 outs. See if they'll try to steal. First pitch strike to Rittenauer. So if you're near Jack Williams, come out, hang out with us. Kids out here playing in the concourse. Good number of fans for Friday night. A busy Friday night. The Red River Valley Fair, Street Fair, horse races, Red Hawks, and Jets baseball. Right here, Jack Williams. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Throw over. Beaver over to Eibach. Schroeder in safe. Wasn't too close, just letting him know he sees him over there trying to get off. Not a whole lot of signs coming from the third base coach over there. There's a strike. A little movement from Beaver. There comes some signs from the coach. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There he's going. Had a good jump on that one. Thinking something might be up there. Seen the coach had put on a couple more signs there. So no one too surprised he ran over on that steal. So Wahpeton, man in scoring position on second base. Rittenauer the batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Beaver strike up the middle. He's got it. Gonna throw it over to Eibach. 3 outs. So the damage done right at the top of 3. First batter Hoffman puts it over the fence. Wahpeton gets 2 hits, 1 run. No Jets errors. Jets will be up to bat. Bottom of 3. We'll be back with you in 45 seconds. with you, Fargo Post 2 live stream. Thanks for joining us. Designated hitter Jake Kennedy up to bat. Shorter. First pitch outside.
This kid wants to struggle, I think. Doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like he's kind of That's a knock.
There's a hit. Oh, nice catch by Cake. Jake Kennedy hits it out there, and Kennedy read it well. That's a second nice catch. He made one earlier in the first against Grensteiner too, so he's doing his job out there in right field. That brings up the second baseman, Ozzie Egan. Kennedy's out there still adjusting. Shorter's gonna pitch inside. So King adjusting himself after that nice catch, and Shorter doesn't see that, but he thinks he's got it. He's got it under control now. Ball 2. Ozzie Egan walked last time he was up. Trying to be another base runner for the Jets. Got to cut into this 6-2 lead. There's a shot out to the left side. Foul ball. I'll bounce off the fence. Out on the left side. Beautiful night at Jack Williams. It's great looking out at the trees from the command center here where we are. Too high. Yeah, flag's not moving. Still looks like it's a little smoky here from the Canadian wildfires, but that's a walk for Ozzie Egan. So runs on down. It's the base runner for the Jets, Ozzie Egan. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 17, Andy Hansen.
Number 17, Andy Hansen.
Hansen got a nice hit earlier in the game. He's 1 for 1. There's a shot out to center fielder Ulich. Took about 3 or 4 steps, pulled it in. So got a good swing on it, but landed. It was hit right up to the center fielder, landed 3 steps away from
Lincoln Diver.
the center fielder right in his glove. So that brings up Lincoln Dibert. It's a strike. So Dibert started out the game pitching. Now he's in right field. 0 for 0 right now in the game. Inside. So Ozzie Egan's at first. Lincoln Dibert up with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Outside. Fleetwick, experienced catcher. Won't get too many wild pitches by him or too many pass balls in the season. A lot of experience. There's a strike. Good pitch by Schroeder. Full count. Ozzie Egan will be running here with 2 outs. Struck him out. Little high heat towards the outside part of the plate. That'll be it for the Jets. They left 1 runner on base. No runs, no hits, no errors. Be back with you. Top of 4. 45 seconds. Fargo
Yeah.
Post 2 live stream. Thanks for joining us. Caden Kappas is the batter for Wahpeton. Eric Beaver, pitcher. There's a shot over to Anthony Erickson, the shortstop. Across, Kappas is fast. He's safe, and he's going to run on to second. Got a lot of speed there. So that was a tough one for Anthony Erickson. He had to rush it because Kappas is fast. He's a leadoff batter for Wahpeton and put some pressure on the Jets. Got in to first base, and then the bobble over at first base there, he ran on to second. So Caden Kappas standing at second base, brings up Ulich. So taking a time out there. Everyone back happy again. So Ulich 0 for 2. Kappas trying to do everything he can to distract Beaver there. Gets off, runs a little bit further, stops, moving around. So first pitch ball. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a shot out to right field. Lincoln Dybert on his horse. Can't get it. He made a good effort for it. That'll score Kappas for sure. Kappas is in. Ulich will be on second base. Dybert, a tall kid, put up his glove just over the top of it. So Ulich puts in a good charge into that ball, standing on second base. So that brings up the catcher, Jackson Fleeflick. I believe some of these Wahpeton players have come back after their senior year and they play college baseball already, so they're a pretty formidable team. Got some college experience out here and some guys that are going to be going to college this next year. So you've got some experience. There's a shot over to Anthony Erickson. Good hop. Throws it across. Got him. Going to try to get Ulich at third. Got him. Nice throw. So Anthony Erickson throws out Fleeflick at first. Ibach fires it across to Hansen. Hansen puts on the tag and they get out Ulich. So nice bit of defense there for the Jets. They needed that. Shot in the arm for him. Hope it gives them a little motivation here. Keep the game close. Maybe try to win it in the end here. So that brings up King. King, the right fielder, made a great catch last inning. So the Wahpeton 7-2 lead right now. So Beaver at 31 pitches. Trying to do his best to keep off the Wahpeton batters. King 0 for 2 in this game. A little inside.
I had that as the first, but I'm not sure if I'm right.
So King the batter, Beaver the pitcher. Shot over to Andy Hansen on third. Fires it across. Overthrow. And then King ends up on second base. Dybert grabbed the ball and a good backup there. Otherwise King would be standing on third base. So nice job by him. So there are 2 outs. Jets trying to stop the momentum here for Wahpeton. Hoffman up. Hit a home run last time he was up. A little outside. 1 for 1. Such not too phased. He's Thinking he's not going to hit it out that far again this time. 1 ball. No strikes, 2 outs. Fouled it off. One ball, 1 strike. Some of the Wahpeton fans cheering Hoffman on. One ball, 1 strike. There's a shot out to right field. It's down. Dybert made a good effort for it, couldn't pull it in. So that'll score King. So bounce in front of Dybert, he laid out for it. That's one of those in-between ones. It's always hard. Do you go for it and make the big catch, or? So they're going to check on Dybert a little bit just to make sure he's okay. It did hit him after. Oh, Dybert says he's okay. Coach Boutain's going to go out and visit with him anyway. Just ask him where he got hit. So he made a good effort, just couldn't quite haul that one in. It was one of those in-between ones. It's tough. If you go for it and make the big catch, or if you miss it, it might be a problem. Good thing for Dybert is that he was able to knock it down. So Hoffman's still at first base. He did score the run though, so it's up to 8-2. So Beaver throws in a little outside. So 8-2, 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. Hockert is the batter. 0 for 2. So Hockert steps out, gets the timeout. Beaver wasn't expecting that, so Hockert asked for the time. Umpire gave it to him. Beaver didn't see it right away and was in the windup, so held up. He'll throw over to Eibach over at first base. Hoffman back in safe. He didn't get too far off, but Beaver probably felt like throwing that anyway after the timeout there to the batter. Kind of threw him off just a little bit. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. There's a ball, 2 balls. So for the Jets, Hansen at third, Erickson at short, Egan at second, Eibach at first, Morse behind the plate. There's a shot out to center fielder, bounces in front of Grensteiner. So Hoffman moves over to second, Hockert base hit, first base. The outfielders are in left, Such, Grensteiner at center, Dybert in right field, pitcher Eric Beaver. Coach Boutain's going to come in and have a talk with Beaver and the infielders. Looks like there is somebody warming up, or has been warming up. Looks like it's Brody Rourke. So Brody Rourke will come in to pitch. He'll replace Beaver. So Brody Rourke, I believe he's only pitched maybe twice this year, so he's going to get a chance here to show his stuff, maybe be an important reliever down the way here for the Jets. Trying to find the right pieces of the puzzle to play well next week in the East tournament, and if everything falls just right, find their way to state. So as Brody Rourke warms up, we'll give you a little break here for 30 seconds. Be right back. Back with you. Fargo Post 2 live stream. Brody Rourke, first pitch. A little inside. Thin John is the batter. Third baseman. Ben Morris can go out and talk to Brody Rourke, make sure they're on the same page with the pitch calls. Hoffman standing at second base can see right in at what the signs are from Morse, so they want to make sure they're on the same page. There's a shot out to center fielder Grensteiner. He got it. That's 3 outs. So Rourke comes in, does his job, couple pitches, gets him out. So at the top of 4, Wahpeton does get in 2 runs. So that makes the score 6-2. Wahpeton over the Jets. The Jets will come up to bat here at bottom of 4. We'll be back with you in 60 seconds. Back with you. Fargo Post 2 live stream. Ben Morris, the catcher, up to bat. That's a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Ben Morris. Schroeder still the pitcher for Wahpeton. He's up to 72 pitches. So that's a ball. Outside. So Schroeder coming back, working fast against Ben Morris. Inside, walked him. So Schroeder came back, was throwing fast there. Quick worker. Ben Morris gets the walk. It's a good piece of batting for Morris. He's going to have a runner. Kason Dick is going to come in and run for Ben Morris. Ben the catcher. So Ethan Eibach is up to bat. It's the first baseman for the Jets. 0 for 1 in the game. Alex Such on deck. Nice pitch strike. Schroeder came back. Had a little movement on that ball. Up to 78 pitches. That's a little outside. Trying to work that outside corner. Dick on first base. There's a shot. Nice piece of hitting there for Ethan Eibach. Ethan Eibach in between the second baseman and the first baseman. Nice job. Good hitting.
Is this the top of 5 or? Either that or I'm wrong.
So catcher Flea Flick going to talk with Schroeder, making sure they have their pitching signs down. Left fielder Alex Such, the batter, had an opportunity to see Schroeder now a couple times. Nice bunt. Alex Such, give that kid a hit. Alex Such, nice bit of hitting right there. Some would call that a sacrifice bunt, but that was a hit. He was flying down. There was no way Schroeder, excuse me, was going to get him out. He looked over towards third base, like maybe he had a chance there because that's the way the ball was moving. But everyone's safe. So there's no outs. Grensteiner up to bat. First pitch, strike. Kappas bobbles it. Everyone's straight. Everyone's safe. So hit it deep in the hole over to Kappas. Kappas probably thinking, which way am I going to go? He had to take 5 steps over, 5-6 steps. So there we go. Case and Dick gets a score. Anthony Erickson, here we go. Shortstop inside. Some of his teammates wear it, Anthony, but that's easier said than done. That hurts. Schroeder's throwing the ball pretty hard. There's a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. So we have Eibach on third, Such at second, Grensteiner at first. Lots of speed out there if Anthony Erickson can find a gap, and he just did right there. So that's going to score Eibach. Such kind of got a late read on that, wasn't sure. With Ulich out there, he's got some speed. He had to take a second look at it, so there wasn't going to be a way he could score on that one. But nice bit of hitting there by Anthony Erickson. So coach is going to come out and talk with Schroeder. They might make a move. They've had a few guys warming up over there, throwing the ball around over there in the bullpen, so maybe that'll be it for Schroeder, and it is. So Anthony Erickson gets an RBI. So it's Such at third, Grensteiner at second, Erickson at first, Jake Kennedy coming up to bat. We'll have a new pitcher in. So I'll give you the stats here for Schroeder. So Schroeder, he faced 20 batters, 86 pitches, 46 for strikes. He pitched 3 complete innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs. Earned runs were 4, and 6 walked batters and 2 strikeouts. So a decent game for Schroeder. They'll take him out with the lead, although he's responsible for the runners that are on base. As the Wahpeton pitcher warms up, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds. Back with you, Jake Kennedy.
Did they get him? Both?
Looks like a double play. So 1 run will score. Hit it up the middle. Nice play by Wahpeton. able to turn that.
Number 7, Aussie.
So Rittenauer to Kappas to Hoffman. So 4-6-3 double play.
You know,
Ozzie Egan fouled the ball. Wahpeton running hard. They couldn't get it. So Hawkert was running hard. Kappas was running over there. Thin John a little bit. Landed in between all three of them. So Ozzie Egan is still alive. So with that Jake Kennedy hit, he did bring in a runner. So he did score such. So Erickson was out and Kennedy was out. Grensteiner standing on third base. Ozzie Egan the batter. Ozzie trying to find a way to get him in. Wahpeton still up 8-5. Trying to put some hurt on Wahpeton here. Ozzie strike. So Ozzie, being the nice batter that he is, going to retrieve the ball. So Paulie is the batter right now for Wahpeton. New batter for Wahpeton here in relief of Schroeder. Comes in, strikes out Ozzie Egan. So that'll do it for the Jets in the fourth. They did get 3 runs. So it's now Wahpeton 8. The Fargo Post 2 Jets 5. We'll be back with you in the top of 5 in 45 seconds. Fargo Post 2 live stream back with you. Braxton Pauly, the new pitcher, up to bat. Brody Rourke, the pitcher. Brody Rourke coming in last inning. There's a shot out to left.
Shoot.
Out to Alex Such. He's going to make us try it for 2. We got him. Nope, safe. It looked like it was on line. Pauly slides into second. So Pauly's going to have a runner for him, I believe, because he's the pitcher, so he did his job.
That's a small guy. Looks like the bad boy. Both of them.
Brings up Rittenauer, second baseman. It's a shot out to right field, right at Dybert. Dybert's got that one. He'll throw it in. Runner won't advance. The runner on second was Sterling Warren, running for Pauly. Kappas is up, leadoff batter for Wahpeton, shortstop. 1 for 2 in the game.
Had
So-
2 ones on.
So with that fly out to Dybert.
That's a tattoo.
and Kappas. A little outside. So Brody Rorick coming in to pitch. So far this year hasn't pitched a whole lot. Again, the Jets trying to figure out who will be their rotation next week in the East tournament and who will be their relievers. Who can they count on? So it's a good opportunity for Brody here. Nice pitch right there. Grensteiner's on his horse. So is Such. Grensteiner has that one. There's going to be a throw to third. Let's see if he has it. Oh, it was on line. Oh, safe. It was a decent throw. The runner had a good. He was able to run right away when Grensteiner caught it. We'll see if they'll appeal over to second. Let's see if any of the coaches up here in the command center, we all want them to appeal over to second just to see what the umpire will call on that one. But the runner did fly down. It's really fast getting to third. So Ulich is up to bat. So there's 2 outs now. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Jets trying to prevent that runner from getting in. Ulich a good batter, a little high. Ulich 1 for 3. I think he was 3 for 4 in the first game. In the first game, Ulich's favorite spot was right between first and second. 3 nice easy hits right over there. Let's see if he'll do that again here with a base runner on third base. Little inside. So that'll walk him. So Ulich will run down to first. Runners on first and third. 2 outs. I'll bring up catcher number 7. Flea Flick putting the smiley face. That's his thing. Gets his mind ready to bat. All batters have something, it seems. So the smiley face hits around the home plate a couple times, ready to go. Mind is ready. Steal. No surprise there. Ulich fast. Such over backing up in case there was a throw to third. So Flea Flick the batter, 1 ball to him. A little outside. So Brody's got to bring it back into the zone here now. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. 2 men in scoring position for Wahpeton. Flea Flick has gotten a couple big hits tonight. There's a shot out to right field. Grensteiner's going way back, way back, way back. Oh, couldn't pull it in. It hit the top of his glove. Great hit by Flea Flick. It was really close. He had to run a long ways. Couldn't quite pull that one in. Flea Flicker is doing some shaking and baking over there at second base. Brought in 2 more runs, so big hit for him. That was a long run. Went right off the top of his glove. Sometimes running and then when you finally get there after a long run, just to actually pull it in when it's so high can be a challenge. So Flea Flick gets his 2 RBIs standing at second base. King is the batter. A little high. So it's now 10-5 Wahpeton over the Jets. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Little high. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. There's a nice strike. Got to keep challenging them. Good batters for Wahpeton. Very disciplined. Hard to strike these guys out. So at some point you gotta throw some strikes. Make them earn it. A little high. They have earned it tonight. They have gotten some good hits. Jets have walked a few of them, but they have gotten some good hits as well. Rourke delivers outside, walked him. So now there's 2 outs, 2 men on again for Wahpeton. King will run down to first. Flea Flick on second. King on first. Josiah Hoffman, who hit a home run earlier in the game, is up. 2 outs. Such will adjust a little bit, take a few steps back just in case. Score 10-5 outside. Brody Rourke, 20 pitches. Third pitcher in for the Jets tonight. A little high. So he hasn't pitched a whole lot this year, so maybe tired, maybe a little frustrated. Brody Rourke's got to get it now. Hoffman up, a good batter. 2 for 2 here in this game. 1 with a home run. There's a strike. There are 2 outs, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Flea Flick on second. King on first. The walk. There's a nice strike. So it ends up in the backstop there. So Flea Flick will run on to third, excuse me. King will run to second. So there are 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jets trying to get out of this situation here and go up there, try to get a few more runs, try to keep it close. A little outside. That's a full count. 2 outs. 2 men in scoring position. Flea Flick and King. 10-5. Wahpeton lead. There's a shot towards Anthony Erickson at shortstop. He's got it. Quick run. Can't get him. Oh, got him.
Oh, that was.
It was close. It was close.
We'll take it.
So force out, that run will not score, will not count. So
What happened?
the Wahpeton does get in 2 more runs.
Got him out at first, but he looked
So
great.
it's now 10-5 Wahpeton over the Jets. So it was a 6-3 put out. So that'll be it for Wahpeton at the top of 5. So coming up at the bottom of 5 will be the Jets. Wahpeton up 10-5. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds. Fargo post to live stream. Pauly pitching to Andy Hansen. First pitch strike. So a little contrasting speeds here between the 2 Wahpeton pitchers. So the Jets have got to figure that out here. That's a shot out to the shortstop. Caden Campus got him. So
They're in their part of the inning, it's just they're so much faster.
Caden Campus, F6, brings up the right fielder Lincoln Dybert. fouled it off left side. So he started the game at pitching, now in right field. Then gave way to Eric Beaver, who was the second pitcher, and then Brody Rourke was third for the Jets. Paulie is the second pitcher for Wahpeton after Schroeder. So Paulie deals a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lincoln Dibert. It's a shot over to the right side, foul ball. So now when Paulie got the ball, he fired it pretty fast there. Dibert barely got back into the box there, and he was throwing already. There's a high fly ball. Looks like the first baseman's got it measured. Hoffman pulls it in. F3.
Catcher number 16, Ed Morris.
So 2 quick outs for the Jets. Ben Morris, the catcher, trying to find his way on the base. On the first base, second, third. We'll take a home run right now too, or the Jets will. Foul ball right off the catcher's mask, didn't phase him. Ready to go. Ben Morris has probably felt a few of those in his day being a catcher. Nice pitch, strike. So Paulie coming in, throwing some good strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outside. He's another quick worker, so for the batters, they got to be ready to hit as soon as they come back into the box because Paulie's geared up and ready to go. A little low. So if you're watching live stream, Paulie, he's going to gear up right away. Okay. It wasn't as fast this time, but Morse is ready. There's a fly ball out to the right side. King's going back. Hasn't measured and hasn't. So 3 up, 3 down for the Jets at bottom of 5. No runs, no hits, no errors. So Wahpeton will be back at top of 6. We'll be back with you in 45 seconds. Back with you, Fargo Post 2 live stream. Thanks for joining us. Nice night here at Jack Williams. Not too much wind. Flag isn't hardly moving at all tonight. Although it does seem as though there's some smoke in the air here. It seemed like right away in the morning when we were up and at 'em, it seemed like there was a little bit of smoke when the wind was blowing a little bit from the north and the Canadian wildfires get a lot of attention out east and the big press area when there's some smoke out there, but I'm guessing we've had it a lot more than they have out east. Seems like there's been a handful of days where it's been a little bit smoky, but no big deal to us hardy Midwesterners. So Ozzie Egan is the new pitcher in, the 4th pitcher in for the Jets. Again, trying to figure out everything for next week when the Eastern tournament starts. So Ozzie Egan coming in relief. He's pitched handful of times here this year already, so got some good experience. Was key for the Jets' big run last year when they took 3rd in the East and took 2nd in state, so hoping Ozzie will bring that same game back here this year. They'll need him. First pitch strike, fouled it off. So the batter is Hockert. winning pitcher of game number 1, playing left field this game. There's a shot over to Anthony Erickson. Throws it over. Got him. Oh, safe. Pulled him off. So there's a new first baseman. Kaysen Dick is over there. Ibach is now at, who was the first baseman, is now at second base. Then Erickson is at short. Hansen is at third. And then out in left field is Such, Grensteiner center. Dybert is in right. And Morse is the catcher. So Ozzie Egan is the pitcher. Coach Boutain wants the umpires, to talk about it a little bit. He felt that maybe Kaysen Dick wasn't off, but he said he jumped up. So not too often that one umpire will disagree with the other and overrule him, or in some cases I suppose just got a better look at it. But there was no other base runner out there, so the umpire was right by first base, so he should have gotten a decent look at it. So Hawker's getting way off the bag here. We have Thim John. Throw down, safe. So Thim John is the batter. So first pitch steal right away for Wahpeton. That's how they play, though. They're aggressive.
Must be a ball. Yeah.
So experienced umpire down there showing us if it was a ball or strike. He flashes us the ball sign, so it was a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Just 2 balls. So it's all partnership with the umpire down there, so we can keep our scoreboards correct and live stream correct. Fouled it off. The umpire Crescent has a lot of experience. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Man on second is Hawkert. Thim John is the batter. So I've been calling him Thim John all night, and I hope I got that right. There's a foul ball, right side. Dybert was close to getting it, and that ball was a lot closer to being fair than what I thought. When he hit it, I thought it was going to go way foul, but it ended up being really close. So Dybert made a good run for it. So Thim John, hopefully I've got his name right. I've been calling him that all night, and the many fans that send messages in here, none of them sent me a message that said I'm saying it wrong. So for those of you from Wahpeton, you can send us a note here at the command center. Thanks for all of you that are sending us messages. We appreciate it. Strike. Ozzie Egan comes back with a nice strike. Outside corner. Got him swinging. So that's 1 out for Wahpeton. Hawkert on second base. Pauly, the pitcher, is up to bat. Inside pitch. There's a shot up to Anthony Erickson. Nice play, good shuffle, throws him out. Nice job, Anthony Erickson. Good shuffle. Seemed he had that one right when Pauly hit it. Seemed like he had that one measured. So Pauly with that out does move Hawkert over to third. So with 2 outs, Wahpeton does have a runner on third base. So Rittenauer, the second baseman, is the batter. Inside, ball 1. So Ozzie Egan trying to do his best here to keep the top of 6 as 0 for the Wahpeton team. Strike outside corner, nice pitch. So the Jets can come up to bat, try to get closer. Wahpeton up 10-5. A little inside. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. There's the shot right back to Ozzy. Nice catch by Ozzy. He'll underhand throw it over to Dick. Nice job. 1-3 on the putout. So that'll do it for Wahpeton. No runs at the top of 6. So the score right now is Wahpeton 10, the Jets 5. Jets coming to bat at the bottom of 6. We'll be back with you in 30 seconds. Back with you, Fargo Post 2 live stream. Second baseman, Ethan Ibach up. So Paulie the pitcher. Second pitcher for Wahpeton. Ibach 1 for 2. Fouled it off. Alex Such on deck. Grensteiner in the hole. Trying to make something happen here. Bottom of 6. Got to crawl back in. Pitch a little inside. So Ibach the batter trying to find a way on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a shot over to the second baseman. 4-3 put out. Rittenauer to Hoffman. So a hard hit. Rittenauer scoops it up, throws it over to Hoffman. Brings up Alex Such. Nice cut. Alex Such 1 for 1 in the game. He's got a lot of speed. Got a bunt hit earlier. There's a strike. So 2 strikes on Alex Such. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Alex Such trying to find his way on. Got a lot of speed. They want him on the base pads. There's a shot out to the left fielder, Hawker. Seems he's got it measured. Got him. So that brings up the leadoff batter, Michael Grensteiner. Trying to find a way with 2 outs. The Jets have had a few 2-out rallies here this year, so be an ideal time to have one right now at the top of the order coming up. He can find his way on, then the guys who make a lot of money, the second, third, and fourth batters will come up next. There's a high fly ball. Kappas has it measured. Got him. So that'll do it for the Jets. A quick half inning for the Jets. No runs, no hits, no errors. So that's it for the Jets at bottom of 6. So the last inning, number 7, coming up, provided there isn't a tie. Wahpeton will be up. We'll be back 45 seconds. Wahpeton. Their shortstop, Caden Kappas. Kappas 1 for 3. Fouled it off. Hit him. So Kappas will run down to first. Seems like it didn't hit him too bad. Ozzie Egan with 16 pitches. Seems like there's some rowdy young Wahpeton fans over there. We can hear them from up here in the command center, cheering their guys on. I'll bring up Ulich. So Kappas always a stealing threat. Ulich thinking about bunting, pulling it back. Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. No outs. It's a throw over. So threw it over to Dick. I don't think there's too many mysteries that Kappas is gonna try to steal here. They really probably wouldn't have to bunt him. He could probably, yeah, there he goes. It's just a fake bunt. Safe. He's fast, hard to throw out. So the Ulich was just really kind of a fake bunt. I don't think he was really intending to do it. It was just something to mess with the Jets a little bit because Kappas was gonna steal. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So that was a strike. Little outside. Little outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. So that second bunt attempt was a strike. I think it was because he didn't pull it back. So shot up the middle, right towards Erickson, across the field. Got him. So nice play by Anthony Erickson. Firing over to Dick. 6-3 put out. Kappas makes his way down to third base. So Ulich does his job getting Kappas over to third. Just 1 out. So that brings up catcher Fleetwick. Gotten a handful of RBIs already tonight. Maybe even 6, something like that. So he's 2 for 4 tonight in this game. So batter's ready. They're waiting for the man to retrieve the ball in the back there. Kappas is pretending like he's going to run in. Runs back to third base. Fleetwick saying, "Don't come in. I want to try to hit you in with an RBI here." So there's a ball in foul ball territory. Lakin Dybert's long run, couldn't quite pull that one in. Long run for Dybert. Good effort. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Kappas on third. Fleetwick the batter. It's a shot to right side. This one's going to be fair. Fleetwick another RBI. He'll stand up at second base. Oh, he's got. Oh, that was a unique little dance. I kind of like that one. I'm not sure what that was. I kind of like that one though. Sometimes there's too much shaking and baking going on there, but that one was all right, at least from my standpoint. But now another nice hit, right on the fair part of the right field line. Brings up King. King 0 for 3. 1 out. So King up. Tried to bring in Fleetwick, another runner in scoring position. Ozzie Egan, the pitcher. There's a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. It does seem like the smoke in the area is starting to smell through a little bit more here. This morning it was pretty obvious, and most of the day I didn't notice it, but it seems like I noticed a little more now. Struck him out. Nice pitch. Nice high strike. A little bit inside. King watched it go by. So the backwards K. Ozzie Egan. So that's 2 outs. Fleetwick's still on second base. Hoffman is the batter. So Hoffman, we said a few times, he hit 1 out earlier in the game, so Such is adjusting a little bit in left field. As the ball got away from Morse a little bit, no problem. Found it again. Morse is going to go out and talk with Ozzie Egan, make sure they're on the same page with the pitches. Might switch it around just a little bit if they think Fleetwick is stealing some signs and relaying them into Hoffman there. That definitely happens in baseball. That's the chess match that happens, so Morse maybe recognized that and wanted to change it. Change what they're doing there. Good heads up by the catcher. So fall ball right side. Hit the net. Still a decent crowd here at Jack Williams tonight. Beautiful night, despite the smoke. Not too windy, not too hot or cold. Wahpeton does have a couple guys warming up. There's a shot over to Dick. Can't field it. Oh. And then Ibach threw it over to Egan. I don't think Egan was ready for it, and that'll score a run. So Fleetwick running all the way in. He ran to third, or was running to third on that error, and then with the other second error, throwing error, he came in and scored. So that was another run in for Wahpeton. So that'll be 12 now. 2 runs scored this inning, so it's now 12-5. That brings up Hockert. So Hoffman's standing on second. So there's a home run. Gives the Wahpeton fans something to cheer about. Another home run. Hockert.
2 run. That's game.
So big hit by Hockert over the fence. Brings in Hoffman. 2 more runs.
Oh, it's only 14 anyways.
So that makes 14 for Wahpeton, 14-5. It's a close game up until, well, I guess it started out at 5-2, but the Jets did make it close or closer, 10-5, for giving up a few early runs. But now it's 14-5, so Jets have some work to do. There's a shot over to Ozzie Egan, throws over to Dick, got him. So that'll be 3 outs, excuse me, but Wahpeton gets in 4 runs, so that'll put it at 14-5. So the Jets will have one more chance here at the bottom of 7. We'll be back with you in 45 seconds. Back with you, Fargo Post 2 live stream. So Thim John is now the pitcher for Wahpeton. So for Paulie coming in, pitched 2 innings. Faced 6 batters, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no bases, base on balls, and no strikeouts. So everything clean, helped his earned run average. Pitching those 2 innings. He threw 21 pitches, 17 for strikes, so definitely in there throwing strikes. So up to bat now is Anthony Erickson, trying to start some magic here for the Jets. Thim John fouled it off. So Erickson 1 for 3 in the game here tonight. Looks like Erickson was maybe shaken up just a little bit on that one, on that foul ball. So a little different contrasting speeds there. Thim John maybe a little bit faster than Paulie, and good contrast. There's a shot out to right field. Looks like King has it measured, and it does. So that's 1 out for the Jets. Brings up Jake Kennedy, designated hitter for the Jets. Oh for 3 in the game. Jake Kennedy trying to start the spark here. First pitch strike. Trying to start the fire, as Billy Joel would say. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Outside. So 3 balls, no. Take that back. There's a strike. Okay. Now I'm back on. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. There we go. I thought the 1 pitch was outside, but it was called a strike. So now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes on that last strike. Back on track. Foul ball. Right back here by us. There's a foul ball. Looks like it's playable. Flea Flick ran for it. Couldn't quite get there. It was a foul ball. It didn't go out into the stands, but it was a hard run for catcher Flea Flick. So Kennedy's still alive, trying to make something happen for the Jets. They got a long ways to go, behind 14-5. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jake Kennedy, there's a shot. It's down. Nice hit. The Jets got 1 base runner. Jake Kennedy, nice hit. Hit it out to Hockert. Brings up Ozzie Egan. Ozzie, the pitcher now, was a second baseman earlier in the game. Jets need lots of base runners, so 1 home run from Ozzie Egan won't do it. They need a lot of base runners here. First pitch outside. Little high. 2 balls. We like the umpire Crescent down there. He's always good at keeping us alive on what's balls and strikes there. There's a fly ball. Kappas is calling it. He'll get it. So Caden Kappas gets the 2nd out. Brings up Andy Hansen. So Kennedy's on first base. Andy Hansen outside. Outside a little high. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Try to somehow keep this game alive. There's a shot over towards King. It's down. Or did he catch it? He caught it. Umpire said he's out. Nice catch. Well, that'll do it for this game. Wahpeton will win 14-5. So for the Jets, they will have 2 more home games. They will play the Bombers on Sunday at 5 and 7. So listen to us if Fargo Post 2 live stream. Will be on again at those 2 times. And then the East Tournament starts next week in Castleton. Starts on Wednesday, and then on the following week, the 4 top teams, the 4 teams that get out of the East Tournament, will go on to play in Kindred against the 4 best from the West. So again, thanks for joining us, everyone. We appreciate it, and we'll see you back here again on Sunday. Good night.